Guys, so I'm going to be doing a requested video about a girl that was murdered. Her name is Lindsay Buziak, and I did watch a short video just about the case, just so that I could understand, what happened to her, in hopes that we could get, some clear answers from the cards. Now, the first thing that I got was that the relationship with her boyfriend at the time was not really kind of what she was feeling at the moment. We have the Four of Cups here. This is somebody like not interested in an offer. So that tells me that she was not as receptive to her boyfriend at the time, but we have this card right next to it. This, as you can see, this is a man. He's defending from this like beast in the background. It shows me that her boyfriend was a very protective person, possibly a jealous type person, but he was aware of the fact that people were interested in her. I think he, just was trying very hard to keep kind of these men that would be interested in her away from her. And I don't necessarily think that she, like, from these cards, I don't get that, like, it necessarily, like, bothered her in a way, but it was more of, like she didn't really care that too much about it, especially because I think like she kind of felt like she was on her way out type of thing of the relationship. Now what's interesting is that we have her boyfriend here. He is defending, right? And from there's these three men. Here we got this king, and this king, right? And they're surrounding them, the couple. And so it shows me that there's three men in particular that were having some sort of dealings with her or speaking with her, interested in her, that the boyfriend is trying to protect her from. Boyfriend knew that these people were like not good people, but like I said, like she's not really caring about what he's thinking about like these three men, right? All these men saw when they looked at her was like an opportunity, so like thinking that she's attractive, that they are going to probably take advantage of her in some way, something along those lines. Now in the I have to preface this because I did pull the cards before I watched the video, but then as the video was playing, I was asking the cards questions. So at one point I asked, like, who, like, is the person that, like, would have killed her, like, been romantically linked to her or linked to her in some other way? And so the lovers came out, and this is like the way I read the cards, this is like kind of a marriage card to me, and then this is victory. So this is like somebody that like they would have been entertaining the idea of marrying them, so a past lover probably. So that was interesting to me because as the video kept playing, they said that there was like a theory about that somebody that she messaged in Calgary and then there was like a drug bust, and so like they thought that there was connection there. Now, the thing that these cards down here told me was that there was a perception of her being like a homewrecker. So coming in, trying to steal somebody's man, trying, to wreck somebody's home. If you can see, this is, like a house on fire in the background, that is caused by this person. So, and then this is like a happy home. This is 10 of Cups. This is like fulfillment. So this is like somebody coming in trying to steal somebody's man and, wreck a happy home. Now, it also can be perceived, the other way, that these men were trying to come in and steal her away. Could have been kind of mutual, because, she wasn't like interested in what her boyfriend had to offer. So the point of that all is that she was in contact with somebody that I think she knew from her past romantically, one of these three men, not realizing that these men were just like not good people. And so I think like there was just sort of like a love triangle that happened with probably the person that she messaged or something like that. Then there's the whole other part of this where I was trying to figure out like if the drug bust had something to do with it. And what I kept getting was that like she would have maybe like met up with these people at some point and maybe been offered drugs, like offered to buy drugs, and she was not interested. And then like when the drug bust happens, they think, wait a minute, like this like kind of a stranger, because like I feel like one of the guys knew who she was, but they're like, this kind of stranger girl comes in, doesn't want to buy any drugs, like, and then all of a sudden we get busted, like she must have like snitched on us, she must have told the cops. So I think it was a little bit of both, because I asked, I kept trying to ask the cards, like, which was it? Was it romantic or was it with the drug bust? And so, like, this card came up to me, and this is, like, the balance card. It's like two different, reasons that are equally important. And then this is, money, in connection with money. And then this is somebody's, like, obsession over somebody else. So, a woman. So, to me, it's saying that, like, I think both things happened to her, where these people were connected to the drug bust through somebody that she was romantically interested in. And then there was a woman that was connected to this man that perceived her to be like a homewrecker. And then she was perceived that she was like the informant for the drug bust. And so what I believe is that the woman in connection with the ex-love of hers, and then possibly one of these other men that that were connected with the drug bust, were the people that decided to kill her. That's kind of what I get. This is a really short one, just because to me it was a little bit muddled for a little while there, because I couldn't quite get, if it was drug related or romantic. But to me, I think it's both. I feel like it was definitely like two people in connection with the drug group that she had not met, but I do think that the female was probably connected to the person that she was romantically talking to, and the male would have been in connection with the drug cartel. So that's kind of where I think they should focus their energies. Try to, the person that she was in contact with, maybe try, to find out like who his ex-girlfriends are. Like that might be a good place to start. The other people that were in the drug cartel that, might have suspected her of. But here's the thing, I kept getting that she was actually not the informant for the drug cartel. It was or drug bust. She was just, perceived to be like that. Because it was like, she was the most recent person that came into their world and was not receptive to their world. So they perceived her as like somebody that was not interested in being a part of, their kind of drug world. So therefore she must have ratted them out. And then somebody else, the woman involved, felt like she was trying to move in on her man. So that's what I got. Hope you liked it. Let me know if there's any other cold cases that you'd like me to read, or any celebrities. Thank you. And I did see there was one other person that was requested, George Smith, but George Smith is such a common name that you'd probably have to give me more details of maybe like where they live, or something like that, so I can kind of get an idea of who they are and what happened to them. So thank you, and take care.